Northeast Live has spoken to some young voters in Aizawl. Let's listen in first before I go back to the discussion with my guests.
So you are the first time voter this time?
Yes, sir. First time voting.
So how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm excited and I'm nervous as well. Because like we've been taught as a kid the importance of voting, how much power it holds. So I'm hoping to vote for the right person who will bring lots of development to our state, because there are lots of areas to be working. So hopefully 2-3 years from now we'll see a better.
What do you feel that the next government who comes to power should address here in the state of Mizoram?
There are lots of areas to be addressed, in particular, like how to say, the infrastructures, like the living in general, because like this year also we've been facing, the government workers have been facing lots of problems, like the pay has not been reached on time, they have not been paid on time, so hopefully in that areas too will be the better planning in general and so.
So you are a first time voter?
Yes, I am.
So how are you feeling?
It's exciting, but it's also nerve-wracking because we are about to choose the main head for the state. So yeah, it's anxious. I'm anxious, but
So what the next government who comes to power should address for the state of Mizoram?
I expect I expect them to work for young adults. I want part-time jobs for us, like to work and we can earn more money, and yeah, that's it. For education, better education as well, and better infrastructure. And I want them to work on their manifestos and everything. I want them to be honest and to love their state.
What government you want? Single party or a coalition?
A coalition, of course.
So you have cast your vote?
Yes, I have.
So how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Address what needs to be addressed.
I have never seen so many people getting so excited to cast their votes. A lot of people from the villages, they have gone home to cast their votes. And regarding the issues, I think unemployment for the youth is the biggest issue that we're facing right now. And especially for the election, I think the youth are looking for a change, and I don't know how we're, getting this change.
I don't really think there are any issues here since it's very peaceful here. So I think this might be one of the best states in India with the most peaceful voting place. So I don't think there are any issues right now.
So whichever government comes to power, what do you want that government to do?
I want whichever government which comes to power, I want them to put the government, the people in the first place, as the government quotes goes by the people, for the people, and to the people. So I want them to put all the citizens and the state in their heart. Yeah.
Are you first time voter?
No, not really. I'm like the second time.
So what do you think are the issues in this election?
As she mentioned earlier, I think there won't be any issues so far because Mizoram state, it is the peaceful state, so I hope there won't be any issues. Thank you.
And what the next government who comes to power wants?
First thing I would like to say is about the people. So first, they have to put the people first, and then after that, everything will come into place.
I think everyone is good, but the thing is that if they put first the people, so I think every candidates are good only. But if they put first, if they love the country first, then that one is the thing the best for this election, this coming election. I think if they love our country, each and every of the candidates are good, better if they really love the country. So I think that's wrong.
All right, we have seen young voters they're very, very clear. We'll go back to our panelists in Aizawl and elsewhere. First-time voters are very clear. They want jobs, they want employment. Some of them said that they want a change because they want jobs and employment. That is the mood. That is very clear. And also, what is also clear is excitement. There's so many voters coming out to vote in large numbers. Last time it was 80%. Prior to that, it was almost 84%. And now we have seen huge crowds coming out to vote. There are a total of 8.57 lakh voters in Mizoram. Let me go back to our panelists. Let me go to Dr. Okay, I'm also joined now by, in the studios with me, is Mr. 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛𝗘, the BJP spokesperson from Assam, and he had visited Mizoram several times during this election campaign. 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛𝗘, welcome to this discussion. Let me go to Professor C. And I also have two political leaders with me, Mr. 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛𝗘 of the ZPM and Mr. Matthew Anthony of the Congress Party is the media in charge of the AICC in Mizoram. Ms. Dr. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛𝗘, you know, you've heard the first-time voters. They said they're very excited to cast their votes, but they're saying that they're worried about that. They want a new government, whichever government comes, they want a new government to focus on creating jobs and resolving the unemployment problem. So is it a big issue there?
Looking for a new thing, they just want to have a change. So for that, as you have said previously, before that, it's a flip-flop government of the 1986, the state. So MNF and Congress has done a lot, and they have done a very good thing, so many things, but now young voters are very excited to have a new government. So that is as a teacher in a college, so that's my observation. I used to ask the students many times that what political party is going to win in this election, then the answer is all the same, that ZPM is going to make a new government.
So we don't know about that, Professor. Professor, we cannot say today the voting is going on and we cannot say who is going to win, and that is not the issue. Issue is we will know on the 3rd of December who wins. But then I'm talking about the issues. Unemployment and creating job creation is a big issue in Mizoram this time around. Let me go to ZPM leader Mr. 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏. Mr. 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏, is job creation, was it there in your manifesto? Jobs.
Yes. Yeah, job creation is there in our manifesto because first of all, we are going to focus more on the lower section of the people, like young people and farmers. So far, we for the past 36 years, the portion of budget has never been put in there for them. So a new government, a new system will be taking place, and we will put a budget for that. And young people, entrepreneurship.
Right. So it is there in your manifesto. I'll go to Dr. Prasenjit Biswas and come to Mr. 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏 in the studios. But quickly, Mr. Anthony of the Congress Party, Mr. Anthony, so if I ask you, what have you analyzed? What have been the aspirations of the youths? Because there are 50,500 youths, young voters in the age group of 18 to 19 alone this time around, and in a state with 40 constituencies, when a small number of electorate compared to the rest of the country, these 50,000 total young voters can make a lot of difference.
We have understood the aspirations of the youth, and in our manifesto, we have provided a Young Mizo Elevate program, where we are promising the youth of the Mizoram government support for starting their own entrepreneurship program, as well as with an objective to create a lack of employment in the next 5 years' time. Plus, we are also encouraging the youth of Mizoram to kind of come out with their sports talent. Education is not about the school education and the college education itself. The multiple forms of arts and sports are also career providing for the young population. So we have also promised International Football Academy and a Sports Academy where the sports enthusiasts of Mizoram can be there. Then we have also promised a Center for Excellence for the Music and Performance.
All right.
So this is how. So unlike they say, unlike
so
the
you have focused.
we will do a budget provision.
Yeah.
We are very clear and specific with our promises to the youth.
Okay.
And
so youth has been a factor.
Youth
has been a factor.
By saying the lower category of the population, the farmers and the youth.
Yeah.
They are not the
farmers and the youth.
They are the future.
Yes.
So we consider them as a
let
future.
Let me go to Mr. 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛𝗘 Mr. Rupam Goswami of the BJP in the studios. He is a BJP leader from Assam. He has been visiting Mizoram several times during this election. Rupam Goswami, you've heard these young voters. They're saying that, basically they are worried about their future. They want jobs. That is one of their concerns. They are saying that we are excited to cast our votes, but we want the new government, whoever forms the government, to focus on creating jobs for us. That is the single big message from the youths. So, what has the BJP's focus has been during this campaign?
BJP has given a main focus, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, which already our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji always speaks on that. Even in the Mizoram, we have seen there are lots to do work in the Mizoram, because in the last many years, Mizoram, the way Mizoram could have been, it's not in that place. So definitely there are no good roads, connectivity problem is there, and there are opportunities are not there. So definitely you have to create an opportunity in the Mizoram.
Right.
So our President J.P. Nadda ji also visited, and so we have also launched our manifesto, and there are many things which really give a new look of a new Mizoram. And definitely this time we have filed 23 candidates. And one thing is very sure, without BJP, nobody can form government in
Okay, that is the big statement coming from the BJP. Without BJP, nobody can form the government in Mizoram. That is a big statement coming from the BJP. I'll have to go for a break and come to Dr. Prasenjit Biswas and Dr. Lalinkima. But before that, let me give you an update. Where is Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗧𝗏? Well, Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗧𝗏 arrived before 7 o'clock at the 𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗢𝗏 Primary School polling station in Aizawl to cast his vote. This was in Aizawl North to cast his vote. But as the EVM machine there was not working, he went back home to have his morning meal. So 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗏, the MNF leader, is right now must be having his morning meal, and he's of course going to return to that 𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗢𝗏 Primary School polling station in Aizawl North, where the EVM machine has not been working. After the break, we'll also try to connect with the Chief Electoral Officer to get an update and also learn about that polling station, whether the EVM machine is working now.